Hello, my dear students. I hope you all are good. Children, welcome to English 1 class. So, students, today we are going to understand a new lesson from English Balbharati textbook, Unit 2, lesson number 13, The Adventures of Gulliver. Children, you can see the picture over here. So, children, The Adventures of Gulliver is a lesson. It is a part of the story Gulliver's Travel. So, Gulliver's Travels is an interesting book written by a well known English writer, Jonathan Swift, in which he describes the voyages of Gulliver to various lands like Lilliput and Brobdingnag. So, children, the writer, that is Jonathan Swift, has written this book Gulliver's Travel, and the story which we are going to understand today is only a part of the book, that is the Adventures of Gulliver, which we are going to understand today. Okay, children, in this the author has described the voyages of Gulliver. Voyages means, children, a long trip to faraway lands. Okay, so people in those days, children, used to travel in ship because there was no other means of transport like plane and all. So they used to travel in ship. Though the character of Gulliver and these strange sounding lands are imaginary. Now he has traveled, the voyages are to the various land like Lilliput and Brobdingnag. So these are the two strange lands. And though the character, children, of Gulliver and these strange sounding lands like Lilliput and Brobdingnag are imaginary, they are not real, children. They are the work of the mind of the author. Okay, so the author has created in his mind this character of Gulliver and these strange lands. All are his imagination. This whole Adventures of Gulliver, the whole story is written so well, children, that we really feel that there was a person, Gulliver, who traveled to strange lands and he had voyages. Okay, he had voyages. So you'll feel as if you are really, the characters and the lands seem so real, so true to life. Yeah, and the experiences Gulliver has in this lesson are written very well. So, children, the today's story is only a part of the book, that is Gulliver's Travel. So, let us understand the background of the lesson. So, children, Gulliver, the story tells us, worked as a surgeon on ships. What is a surgeon, children? Surgeon means a doctor who can perform operations or do surgery. And he worked on the ship as a surgeon. So he had several voyages. Yes, he used to travel in ship to faraway places. In May 1699, he sailed on the ship the Antelope. So, children, in those days, all the ships were given name. So, this particular ship was given the name the Antelope. Okay. So, on the return journey in November. So, when did the ship sail, children? It sailed in May 1699. And when it was returning? In November. So, what happened? A violent storm sank his ship and Gulliver swam to save his life. Now, there was a violent storm. Violent means, children, something which can destroy. And storm means that there's thunder, lightning, and you can see big waves in the sea. Yes. So due to this, the ship sank. Yes. Gulliver's ship sank in the water. It went down in the water. And then to save his life, what he had to do? He had to swim. So he swam to save his life. Yes, children. When there is a danger, we all save our life, isn't it? So same way, he also tried to save his life and he had to swim. Late in the evening, he found himself marooned on a strange land. Weak and exhausted, he slept for about 9 hours. It was daylight when he awake. So, late in the evening, children, he found himself marooned. Marooned means there was nobody on that land. Okay, on a strange land he found himself. Yes, late in the evening means it was evening, late night. Yes, it was late evening. It was dark, almost it was dark, weak and exhausted. Now why? Because he had swam for so many hours. Yes, so he was weak. He felt weak and he felt exhausted. He was tired. So children, when you do swimming, your lots of energy is needed, isn't it? So he felt weak and he was totally exhausted, tired. So he slept for about 9 hours. So on that land, he fell asleep. He slept for 9 hours, and it was daylight when he awake. So the next day when he awoke, that is the next day. Yes, it was morning. Yes, it was daylight. So he slept at the late evening and he woke up, and on the next day, that is in the daylight. Okay, it was daylight means in the morning. Let us read what happened next in his own words. Now, children, here Gulliver is himself narrating the story to us. He is telling the story in his own words. So, children, we have already learned one poem in the beginning. Do you remember? Yes? What a bird thought. In that the bird was saying, no? Yes, I lived in a little house. Same way, here Gulliver is saying the whole story, what happened next. Yes, when he woke up, yes, then what happened next to him, he is going to narrate in his own words. Yes, so the lesson, let us understand. Now let us see the story. How does it goes on? Let us look at the story, children. Gulliver meets the Lilliputians. Now, children, here, as Gulliver is himself narrating the stories, is himself saying the story in this, you can see that it is written, I tried to get up from the ground. As he is himself saying, so he is saying, I tried, okay, but I could not move. So, children, Gulliver tried to get up from the ground, but he could not move. Yes, he was lying on his back. He found that his arms and feet were held down to the ground with strings. Strings means, children, a thick rope, a rope which is it is more thicker than a thread, you can say, not thick as rope, but a little thin than a rope. So he was tied. He was tied. His arms and feet were held to the ground with strings. His hair was long and held down in the same way, as you can see in the picture. Yes, thousands of strings had been passed across his body so that he could not move any part of his body. So, thousands of strings were passed across his body so that he could not move. In a little time, he felt something alive moving on his foot. So, he found that something was moving on his foot in a little time. Then it came over his body up to his face. Then Gulliver turned his eyes down as much as he could and saw a man who was not half a foot high. So, children, when the man came near to his face, he saw that the man was not half a foot high. Means, as a half a foot means, children, you have a ruler, you have a scale in your compass, that much high he was. Okay. By his dress, he seemed like a soldier. So, his dress was like a soldier. So, he seemed like a soldier. Then 40 more came following the first. Gulliver was surprised and gave a great cry. Now, when he saw these 40 people, he was surprised and he gave a great cry. Then they all ran back in great fear. He shouted, he gave a loud cry. When he gave a loud cry, they all got scared. And ran back in great fear. And then later on, he was told, children, that some of them were hurt in jumping down from his side on the ground. So some of them got hurt when they jumped down from his side. Okay, later on he was told about it. You can see in the picture, children, how he is tied down. Yes, how he is tied down to the ground. Gulliver attempts to pull free. Now he is trying to free himself. Okay. So after pulling hard, Gulliver got one arm up from the ground. he tried very hard, children. Yes, after pulling very hard, he got only one arm up from the ground. He also raised his head, but it gave him a great pain, for many of the hairs were pulled out. So his hairs were also tied down in the were held down in the same way. Yes. So when he tried to just raise his head, then it gave a great pain to him, children, because many of the hairs were pulled out when he tried to raise his head. He put out his hand to catch the little man, but they ran away. Now, what he did, he tried to catch the little man, but they all ran away. Then he heard a noise and felt a pricking in his hand. Pricking means, children, poking sensation. Yes, like something is poking you. Yes, so then he felt a pricking in his hand, like that of 1,000 needles. Yes, like as if 1,000 needles were pricked in his hand. He felt such sensation. Yes, he found that they were shooting arrows at him. Now, because he tried to catch them, the children. So, what they did, they thought that he will harm them. So, they started shooting arrows at him. He was afraid that it may hurt his eyes. So, he put his hand over his face. Okay. So, he thought that the arrows would go in his eyes and would hurt his eyes. So, he put his hand on his face, over his face, and thought that the wisest thing was to be quiet till night. Now he understood that the clever thing, intelligent thing is what? Wise. This means intelligent, clever. What was it? To remain quiet till night. He thought as his hand was free, he could quickly set free the rest of his body. Now he thought as his hand was free, no children, one arm was free. Now he thought of lying down quietly till night, and then he could free his whole body, he could set free. Yes. Then what happened? Then a platform was raised and an important looking man gave a long speech. Yes, children. Then a platform was raised. Yeah, something to climb up was raised, and then an important looking man. He was looking very important because of his dress, maybe, yes. And then he gave a long speech. Yes. Then from his gestures means, children, actions. Gulliver guessed that he was trying to tell him that they would not harm him if he did as they told him. Now, from his actions, Gulliver could make out that important looking man is telling him that if he remained quiet, yes, then they would not harm him. And if he would do as they would tell him. So he lied down on the so he did as they told him. Gulliver also replied with gestures that he would remain quiet, and also told them that he was hungry. Now they told him that they would not harm him if he would do as they told him. And Gulliver also, with his gestures, with his actions, told them that he would remain quiet, and also told them that he was hungry. Now, children, Gulliver eats a giant meal. Okay, so a big meal. Yes, he eats a big meal. Gulliver. 100 men climbed upon Gulliver's body and marched up to his mouth, carrying food. Now 100 people marched on his body, children, and carrying food up to his mouth. The bread was as small as bullets. Children, you know what bullets are? Ammunition which is used in guns, that small things which are put in guns. Yes, so that are known as bullets. So the bread was as small as bullets. He ate 2 to 3 loaves at a time. Now he did not eat one piece or two pieces, children. He ate the whole bread. Loaves means the whole bread he ate. How many? 2 to 3 whole bread he ate at a time. And the Lilliputians cried in surprise that he should eat so quickly and so much. Now the Lilliputians were surprised because he was eating so much. Yes. So they were surprised to see him. The Lilliputians were no longer afraid of him. Now, children, the Lilliputians were no longer afraid of him. Yes, they danced upon his body. He was surprised at their bravery, and they moved to and fro also on his body. They danced upon his body. And Gulliver was also surprised at their bravery, for he must have seemed the greatest giant in the world. Children, they are so small, Lilliputians, and Gulliver looks like a giant, must be looking like a greatest giant in the world for them. Giant means what, children? A person much bigger and broader than a normal person. Yes, so he must be he must be seemed like a great giant to them. Yes. Now later he was taken to the city where the king lived. Yes, children. Then later he was taken to the city where the king lived. A great cart was made, joining many carts. Great cart was made, children. You can see here a great cart was made, joining many carts. 900 men worked for 3 hours to put him on the cart. Yes, 900 men, children. Yes, these Lilliputians. How many? 900. They worked for how many hours? 3 hours to put him on the cart, which was drawn by 1500 of the king's finest horses. Yes, and the city was just half a mile away, but the journey took almost a full day. The city was nearby, but he was so heavy and the cart was to be pulled, so it took the whole day for him to reach the city. Now Gulliver's new home, children. You can see in the picture his new home. Yes, the king came out to meet Gulliver. He came near and looked at him, but it was not safe. He thought to climb upon Gulliver. Now the king came out to meet Gulliver. He came near, he looked at him, but he did not climb on him because he thought it is not safe. There was an old church. It was the largest building in the whole country. For certain reason, it had been used as a church for many years. Now, children, there was an old church and it was the largest building in the whole country. For certain reason, now we don't know what is the reason, it had not been used. Now, it had not been used. It was not used as a church for many years. Okay. So, now the great door on the north was 4 feet high and 2 feet wide. Now the main door of the church, children, was 4 feet high and 2 feet wide, so that he could go into it down on his hand. So now, children, if he wanted to go inside the church, he had to go on his hands. Yes. Now this was his new home. Gulliver's new home was the old church. Now one of his feet was set in a great ring on the end of many strong strings, so that he could not get away but could walk some distance outside the door. Okay, children. So now one of his feet was set in a great ring. Yes, feet was set in a great ring, and which was tied by many strong strings on the other end, so that he could not get away. Now still they were scared of him. Yes, because he looked like a giant to them. Yes, so they thought he might harm them. So they tied him with a string, his feet with a string, so that he could move he could walk some distance outside the door. Only to a certain distance he could walk outside the door. The country outside looked like a garden. Yes. Now after some days, the king and his people were convinced that Gulliver would not harm them. Now they were convinced, the king and his people, that Gulliver would not harm them. Till now they were afraid of him. They were scared of him. They thought he might harm them. Yes. But now they were convinced that he would not harm them. So he agreed to keep certain orders of the king and was allowed to move around. Yes. Now he also agreed to keep, the king had given him certain orders. Yes. He might have given him certain orders. Then he also agreed that he would keep that certain orders of the king and was allowed to move around. Now he was allowed to move around little bit. Okay. was allowed to move around. Gulliver visits the city and the queen. You can see the house here, the church. Yes. Gulliver visits the city and the queen. Now, children, Gulliver visits the city. Now, let us see. Gulliver asked if he might see the city. Now, Gulliver wanted to see the city. Till now, he had not seen the city. Yes. The king was pleased to let him do so. So, the king was also happy. Or when he said that I wanted to see the city, the king was pleased to let him do this. All the people were given orders to remain in their houses. Yes, because if he would have walked, and it would have been harmful for people, so they were given order to be in their houses. He then stepped over the wall and walked carefully along the two streets. People were looking at him from the windows. All the windows were full of faces, and large number of people were standing on the top of the houses. Now, children, people were said to remain in their houses, and people were looking at him from the windows. All the windows were full of faces, and large numbers of people were standing on the top of the houses. There was a beautiful garden on all sides of the king's house. The king's house had beautiful houses. Now Gulliver lied down in the garden and put his eye to the windows. The rooms inside were very beautiful. The rooms inside were very beautiful. He looked into the king's house, yes, by lying down in the garden. The rooms inside were very beautiful. He saw the queen and some of the young princes. They were greatly pleased by his visit. Now then he saw the queen. You can see here in the picture how the people are looking at him from the windows. Yes, all the windows are full with faces. Yes, children, and the king and the queen and the princess were also pleased by his visit. So, children, with this we end with the lesson, that is the adventures of Gulliver. I hope you all have enjoyed the lesson. Yes. Now let us see the meanings. Imaginary, work of the mind, not real. Surgeon, doctor. Exhausted, very tired. Pricking, poking sensation. Gestures, actions. Bullets, ammunition used in guns. Giant, a person much bigger and broader than a normal person. Pleased, very happy. So children, this is a book, Gulliver's Travel. From this book, this was a part of that book. So with this we have finished with our lesson, The Adventures of Gulliver. Meet you in the next session. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.